Y'all, you know who it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 339. Oh my goodness. It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here. Oh man, yeah. I feel like somebody put Kool-Aid on my eyes while I was sleeping.
What in the world does that mean?
Wait, what flavor? What flavor? What flavor?
It was hard to pry open. I don't know. I can't see what flavor it is. It was hard to pry open this morning.
Mm-hmm.
That is so random.
It is random. That's right. Chris McCracken.
Yes.
How you doing this fine morning, brother?
Like everybody, I'm tired.
Hey. There you go.
And I would rather be in bed right now. But you know what?
Man.
It's a morning show.
Hey.
I'm just glad when Chris says he's tired in the morning. I don't feel so bad.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
He's the barometer.
I remember that I'm supposed to be like, okay, been up an hour and a half. I should be good. But you know what? Reality is reality.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gotta.
And reality bites sometimes.
It does. Sometimes it does. You know, it can be great a lot of the time. Every now and then, it's like, doggone it.
Yep.
That was not that great.
That's right.
So over here, things are going well. So the month of March is, I think I may have mentioned this, that we had a lot of vacation time coming up in this month. So this past Friday was my first day that I took off. I had Friday off, and I took off yesterday, Monday as well. But the reason for that is because this was Stacy's birthday weekend.
Yay.
And so we just did a ton of stuff related to her birthday this weekend. On Friday, I ended up having friends come over, and it was somewhat a surprise. Stacy had an idea that something was happening, but that was I hadn't given her any heads up as to what it was. So I told her, I need you to go to work on Friday. I am taking off on Friday because I basically just had to get the house ready. And then whenever she got home after work, I kind of like hit her eyes and took her into the bedroom and just made her stay in there until people started arriving. And then I let her out as I went to go pick up dinner. I had it catered in from her favorite restaurant. And then we had
cool.
I had an artist friend of mine come over. And one of the things that we've only done it once before, but Stacey really enjoyed was we went to one of those things where like you go and you learn to paint like a certain picture or whatever, and you bring like wine or whatever.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
awesome.
I basically had one of those hosted at my house privately for a bunch of her friends and us.
Nice.
And so we did that. And then on Saturday, we went to a ropes course that is over here. And we did that with all the same group, essentially. So just spent the whole weekend pretty much doing stuff with them. Took it a little bit easy on Sunday. We did go and see Captain Marvel, which I really enjoyed.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Good. I want to see that.
And then yesterday was Stacy's actual birthday. So again, we just kind of took the day easy. We went around town, went to a couple of places that she was wanting to go to, got her some new earrings and a couple of different things like that. So it's just been a wham bam thank you ma'am weekend for Stacy, and she had a lot of fun and really enjoyed it, and she deserved it. So I was really glad to be able to give that to her. But the only thing about that is that, man, I've just been going and making sure that everything's as good as it can be kind of thing. So I got exhausted this weekend. So that's honestly why I feel I'm a little bit tired right this morning, because I didn't go to bed until a little bit later last night. But it was totally worth it because she had a great time, and I was really happy for her, and she deserved it. And happy birthday, Stacy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Stacey.
There you go.
So other than that, I did do a little bit of gaming, but really not much because of all the preparations and then, all the big weekend and everything. Pretty much just the two staples that I have right now anyways. I just did some Overwatch with the community and some more Apex stuff when I could fit it in, but really wasn't very gaming heavy this week. And I knew that going in. I was like, this week's going to be pretty busy. And this next weekend's going to be pretty busy as well because Mr. Gabe is going to be coming to town. And we're actually taking off again. So we're only at work 2 days this week, today and tomorrow. And then we're off from Thursday until the following Wednesday. And then that, I think, is the end. Actually, no, I take that back. The following Friday after that, I have one more like half day that I had to use. So, and then that'll be the end of all of my time off until the fiscal year goes and it all resets. So I'm hoping to get some gaming in next week during that 4 or 5 days or so that we have off, but we'll just have to see how it goes with everybody coming to town, and then other things. We're also going to have her brother and our nieces come in next week, the week after, I guess I should say. So it's going to be a lot of stuff going on, but it should be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to all of it.
Yeah.
You.
I like it.
For me.
Tim.
All right, you ready for this crap? Here we
I'm
go.
ready for this crap. Piper's
know
topic
if
of
I
the
am.
week: diarrhea.
Nope, it's worse. Piper's
no.
topic of the week: a freaking puppy.
Oh, you guys are crazy.
I did not get it.
Okay,
But
all right.
I am being, no pun intended here, hounded by my girls over this freaking puppy.
What puppy?
All
Yeah,
right,
what-
so this weekend we went to a pet store because
Why?
Because Piper's
I know.
I own a pet, but at the same time,
Don't
Piper's
take a kid to it.
I know, right? Piper's school is doing they're doing like a charity drive where you get like some toys and leashes and that kind of stuff for I think it's either a pet adoption charity or I don't even know what it was, but we went to
Y'all need a new cause.
Right, exactly. We went to Petco, and wouldn't you know it, on a Saturday, it happened to be an adoption day. There was an organization there,
Man.
a pet adoption organization, very good pet adoption organization, and they had a ton of dogs there. And it turns out that there was like a whole litter of puppies from this from the mother that was found, who was a stray or what have you, and so these two little jokers of mine decided to be like, oh, puppies, and look around, and this one, yes, I'll agree, is very cute and adorable. And,
I mean, that's what puppies. That's
exactly
Right.
It's
That's their
it's-
MO. Look cute so people want you.
It's a Beagle Terrier mix, so it's a nice.
Oh,
it's,
my gosh.
It's not a exactly. It's not a.
You talk about some whine and hound and like anything with
I know,
beagle
right?
in it. And I know because
Chris.
for a short bit I had a beagle. I'm just telling you.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Trust me, my friend. I know all of this.
They're cute. I'll give you that.
They are. They're
cute.
adorable. So, she would only
Clutch
be.
my pearls.
She would only be like 30 pounds or something like that. So she wouldn't be that bad. And so the girls are just hounding me over this, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, no, and now we're filling out an application, and now I'm like, no, and I'm like, no, and
How'd
I'm
I
like,
get this
no.
pen in my hand?
And now my sweet wife decides to post on Instagram a picture of Piper holding the puppy. And
what is
then
she
she's
doing?
like,
You have a dog.
exactly.
You don't even like the dog you have.
You should post a picture back to her of
Exactly.
Thaxton.
Exactly.
You're like, look at this thing we got.
Photoshop Thaxton back into that
Exactly.
picture.
I said, listen, we have a dog, and guess what? Guess who's going to be the one? This is totally
yeah,
different.
baby.
Yeah, this is totally different than the previous dogs we've had, because when we've adopted dogs before, it's usually 7-8 months in. So we're not at that puppy stage anymore. Puppy stage is a whole nother ball of wax and requires constant care and constant
baby stage.
overlooking. It's exactly like a child. I'm like,
As I understand it.
I'm like, ladies, I don't need any more stress in my life right now. I got enough running around with you two and Thaxton, so I'm good to go.
And
so,
look, I don't mean, I want to be perfectly clear. I'm not anti two dogs or you know.
no. I mean,
whatever. That's
I'm
that's
with
great.
you too. Yeah, I don't have a problem. There was a sweet one that was deaf, and it wasn't a puppy. It was actually a beautiful like dog with white with blue eyes, and it was really pretty and deaf. But I was like, no, I can't do that.
Pretty and deaf.
Really pretty and deaf.
And deaf, yes.
Gosh.
No, he was super cool. I'm like, man, this could be
Oh,
really, really
shoot.
cool. But
Here's
but
what
I
you
was-
need to do. You need to
No.
totally throw them off and go get like an Irish wolfhound.
No, I was just gonna go and get a hamster and be like, there's your pet, enjoy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you could do that too. A goldfish.
That's easier. Yeah, that's way easier. So I'm just
true.
being hounded. So I am praying that some other sweet family has adopted this dog before us. That's just my only hope right now.
How far off can you keep the girls before you have to go back and see that dog again? Is this like it's happening today?
I mean,
Oh,
typically
I don't know.
those adoption days, like it's not like they stay there for a week, right?
No, I mean, typically you would foster them for a week first, just to kind of test them out and make sure that this dog would work well with Thaxton. I'm praying Thaxton tries to bite her or something. That would be awesome because I
Wait, so you're actually doing it?
no,
the
not
foster
yet.
thing?
So far, not yet. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be completely
But like by lunch?
coerced into doing it. So we shall see.
It's called Stand Your Ground.
Oh, trust me,
good.
I'm all about it. I have no desire to take care of this dog. I have no desire to have a puppy.
As soon as you see it squat on that white carpet, you just let it do its thing.
Oh, absolutely.
That'll change
Piper,
it real
Trust
fast.
me, I am letting
Little
this
dog left
bad
you a
bear.
present.
I am letting this bad bear roam free because I'm not dealing with it at all. I don't want to deal with it. I'm perfectly fine with facts. Oh, it sucks. I am praying that there is another family that takes this dog.
But seriously, how long can you keep him at the gates? How long do you have?
I don't know. I'm hoping they forget all about it, but it's not going to
Well, that's not going. Number one, that's not going to happen.
I know.
We know what the
you
update
saying,
is
like-
next week.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Piper's topic of the week is
Paxton
foo-foo.
2.
Yeah.
Paxton too. So,
Paxton.
look,
Paxdo.
we talked about it because we were like, should we get another? Would it be another male dog or female dog? And a lot of
Female.
people were saying get the
Well,
female
actually,
dog.
you'd be mixed, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, Paxton,
but-
is he fixed? I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's fixed, but we're worried about like him starting to mark territory. But I think with a female dog, he wouldn't do that anyway. So, and there were a lot of people that were like, oh yeah, it's probably better to have a female dog because now you've got a good mix, and he's not going to be marking territory and getting territorial. So we'll see. It's just I'm like, oh come on, I don't need this right now. I don't know why we even bothered with this. Like I was like, great, let's go. But clearly that didn't happen, and they're just going "Ooh," the whole time, and I'm like going, oh God, here we go. So we will see what happens there.
I'm sorry,
interested
buddy.
to find out. I'm looking forward
Yes.
to next week.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be glorious.
Tim's not looking forward to next week.
I'm not looking forward to the next day right now. Like as each day goes by, I am praying that this dog is already adopted. I'm like, oh, sorry, there's another family that really wanted it. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Doggone it.
I don't need any
family
more
that
stress
needed
in my
him.
life. Exactly. So anyway, so that's going on. We did not have a soccer game, thank God, this past weekend because it was pouring rain again. So
wow.
we'll have practice today, and then we have our next game this Saturday. We'll see how that goes. Man, other than that, just working hard. And on the gaming front, I've advanced a little bit more in Far Cry New Dawn. Probably not as much as I want to, but just having so much fun with it. And
Nice.
Saw Launcher. Yeah, I'll just keep saying it. Saw freaking Launcher is
love that.
Saw Launcher.
the jam. Yes.
I thought you were saying you saw the movie Launcher. I was like, what? I don't know that.
Yes, it's a great new movie with Joseph Seed and everything. It's awesome. Anyway, so I'm still advancing into Far Cry New Dawn and loving that, and Clash Royale, and that is it for me. Puppy Bowl out.
Exactly.
Puppy Bowl.
Edward,
Yes, sir.
what's going on with you, man?
It's been a good week. It's been a busy week. Sarah's brother and his wife are in town, and they're staying with us for a few more days. They got into town last Thursday, I think. Thursday or Friday. And so it's just been a lot of games. The Tapmans have come over a few times.
The old
And
Tapmans.
The old Tapmans. Do the Tapman thing. And just a lot of playing VR. I was happy. A few weeks ago, I mentioned that VR game, The Plank Experience, where you walk on a plank,
Yes.
and it didn't really freak me out. Fortunately, it freaked a few of them out, so that
Yes,
was awesome.
there we go.
Oh, there you go.
My nephew, Dylan, we got him to play Paranormal Activity in VR.
Holy
And
crap.
While he played it and had the headphones on, we turned all the lights off and found like 12 candles and lit them and all left the room.
Oh, that's awesome.
You guys are terrible.
Yes. Well played.
It didn't turn out exactly as we hoped. There was kind of you hear him take the VR helmet off and he says, "What's going on?" And then he turned his head to the left and was like, "I see like 4 of you right now," as we were all huddling to watch him. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, it's going well. Dave, actually, Sarah's brother, when I woke up this morning to record, is still playing Spider-Man.
No
that's
way.
amazing.
Oh, nice.
He
Wait,
was up
from last night, you mean?
from last night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
Yeah, baby.
awesome.
So yeah, it's been fun watching him play that. Play a little bit of Overwatch. Finished Watch Dogs, the first one
nice.
yesterday. So yeah, tearing through that. Going to start Watch Dogs 2 today, and Hopefully, by the time I'm done, we'll have a surprise announcement, and Watch Dogs 3 will be out next week with the new puppy, so we can.
Oh,
get
good.
into
Yes,
that.
thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, thank you.
But
Get into some pee pads.
But it's been pretty chill. Been just a busy time. Yesterday, Sarah's brother and his wife were both pretty much all day out of the house, and so it was nice in the evening to get a few minutes with Sarah. We sat and had dinner and just watched Saturday Night Live and just had about an hour and a half on the couch to just chill and have a little bit of quiet time. Watched Into the Spider-Verse for the third time.
Oh, man, I still want to see that. I know. I can't wait.
And it was fun. It's been a good week, and a lot of gaming. So it's been a good time.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's the countdown looking like on the Tapmans? Aren't they're headed someplace, right?
Yeah. Nathan accepted a position as a missionary in Spain, and
wow. That's a heck of a move.
That's a heck of a move. So we have about a year, and it's like next July they're aiming for. So
wow.
It seems like a long time, but at the same time it doesn't. So
right, that's all I was asking.
Yeah, so I told him we're gonna have to teach him some Overwatch, and he said I'm gonna have to convince Stacy to let me get a console.
Well, I mean, as much as they come over to your house and everything, they should be like wanting one. I know. Like, yeah, we need to get one of these bad boys.
Maybe after like a month or so, when it's been removed from them and they realize,
all the joy it brings.
As missionaries, it's a great evangelical tool. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. Just ask Lucas Ham.
That's
exactly.
Right. Pastor Ham.
That's right.
Brazil, baby.
That's right. So we got about a little over a year with them yet. So we're definitely taking advantage of that.
There you go.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's Good it for you?
That's it for me.
Mr. Patillo.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to have a bunch of children all around you and a puppy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm coming over and dropping it off.
Yeah, don't do that.
Be like, have fun.
I'll trade you. I'll trade you one for one.
Ooh, okay. Oh, let's see. Which one do I want? Which one do I want?
You don't get to choose.
Ah, dang it.
Jenny's headed out of town. She's headed to Dallas today.
Nice.
For Celebration. Mm-hmm. So she's going to be down there and setting up for that tomorrow and stuff like that. Today's Tuesday, by the way. We're recording on a weird Tuesday. And the whole reason is because Jenny's leaving. This is the last morning, and last night was the last night that I would have her around. So I didn't want to be out here in the shed with the children screaming bloody murder inside the house and me not really knowing what's going on in there. So
you come back, it's the Hunger Games.
Exactly.
Right. I volunteer.
Yeah, exactly. Milo's on Amara's shoulder, just gnawing her neck. She's like, get him off me.
And Remy's just playing on his Switch.
Yeah, exactly. The whole place is burning down around him. He's like, I'm to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so these guys were kind enough to jump this up a day. And so she's leaving today for that. And then I'll be down there this weekend. So it'll be really fun. I'm really excited. Yeah, I cannot believe it. Like, I literally can't believe it. I'm renting a car. And the fact that Celebrations just happens to be going on the 2 days that we're going to be in Dallas as well is nuts. So excited to do that. This last week beat Far Cry 5.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
What'd you think?
I liked it. The ending was definitely, and I won't talk about it, but the ending was very different than I thought it would be.
You need to text us because I need to know which ending.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, there's more than one?
Yes. Sorry, I thought it was known.
Snap. I mean, I figured there's more than one because, I mean...
As far as I'm aware, there's only two.
Right. And you're given a decision late in the game, and I would guess that you could go either way. So maybe those are the two endings you're talking about. Maybe it's not. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing, too, there's a decision you can make early in the game. And I'd imagine Far Cry 5 has got the same thing as Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 3. If you just stand there in the first 15 minutes of the game,
exactly.
the game could be over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe that's the third ending. I have no idea. So this is just me guessing, but I got one of them. I got one of them that made the credits roll.
That's awesome.
And then Chicago did not disappoint, as it hasn't the last couple years.
Ambassador.
Got to hang out. Yeah, got to hang out with some MTTG family.
Oh, it's awesome.
Scotty Lindsay and Nick Cooper and Adam Paith. I don't even actually know how to say his last name. Paith? I have no idea.
It sounds right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Adam, and then Adam's daughter Molly. We all got to kick it when I was in Chicago, so that was really dope. Good to see those guys, even though it was cold and rainy. But it was still a good time to catch up and see how those guys were doing. So that was really fun. To get to run around. Got some deep dish. Got some Geno's.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Oh Lord, that stuff is.
Did
delicious.
you just do it like a plain cheese, or did you get something?
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, I think we just got pepperoni or something like that.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. But man, that junk is real good.
Isn't it? Jeez.
Yes, it is.
Gee Willikers.
And G Willikers G. And I think that's about it.
There you go.
Playing some Apex, got another win. I'm thinking about switching over. I've been using Lifeline exclusively.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about switching over. I think I actually have enough, whatever they're called now, to buy either is it Caustic or
Mirage.
So I don't know if those guys will be one of the next guys that I kind of play from here on out. And it's the thing that I like about the game is like, because the powers that you have, the abilities, to me, don't shift the tide of the game that much. So I feel like as long as you remember you're using someone different, the game doesn't feel too crazy different.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this guy feels completely different than the last person I was playing. Yeah. It's not as big a swing as when you're playing Overwatch and you go from Mercy to McCree or Mercy to Reinhardt. You know what I'm saying? That feels, just the way they attack is extremely different. Where this one is, obviously all the same guns and everything like that. It's just the slight change on the abilities.
So what's the next game on deck now that Far Cry is done?
Oh, man. That's a good question. Because now that Anthem has worked its way out of
your life.
Yeah. Like I'm not. So I don't know if I'm going to go straight to New Dawn or if I'm going to give it a beat, get off tour. Because I told Amara that once I got off tour, we were going to be picking up Kingdom Hearts and making our way through Kingdom Hearts. So I don't know if that's, might be a thing. I also got to give a huge shout out to freaking Stancil. They are doing some life cleansing over there when it comes to like just stuff in their house. And so he had a bunch of Skylanders left over. And he was like, hey, heard on the show that you're kind of doing this with the kids. Do you want this box full of Skylander stuff?
Oh, snap.
That's
and I was
awesome.
like, sure. And so, yeah, he packaged it up and sent it to your boy. And so, Jason, appreciate that, man. The kids were like, that's Skylander stuff.
Do they work with any of the Skylander games, or do you have to use certain ones with certain games?
You do have to use certain ones with certain games.
Okay.
As they released newer games, it incorporated that generation and all the previous generation stuff.
Gotcha.
So I just got to get some of the newer games that'll be able to correlate with them, but they're not expensive now that they're so old.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say,
So,
remember that was a thing, right?
So that'll be cool. So they were really grateful to see that and
That's awesome.
play with all the little figures. So yeah, man, it's good. It's good looking out for his boy on that one. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Oh, that sounds great, man.
Router,
Yeah.
you got it.
If I don't get a freaking puppy, yeah.
Well, let's do it.
All right, this is going to be short and sweet. No problems here. New releases this week. The Elder Scrolls Online Wrathstone for the PS4 and Xbox One is out. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT Free Edition for the PC, PS4. That's March 12th. MX vs. ATV All Out Anniversary Edition for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on March 12th. March 14th, Motorsport Manager for the Switch. March 15th, The Division 2 is out for the PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Also on March 15th, Lego Marvel Collection for the PS4 and Xbox One. And finally, One Piece World Seeker for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, also on March 15th. We didn't have any oops. And NPD for February will probably be next week. So back to you, gentlemen.
What you got that there, Chris McCracken? Or do you want me to start?
I mean, it's up to you. I have like 2 stories.
Hit him up, baby. Let's go.
All right, the first one, short and sweet. PlayStation Update 6.50 is out, and I don't think this is the one that gives you the ability to change your name, or maybe it is. I don't.
I didn't see that one in the notes.
Okay, so but one thing that it did add is the ability to finally, like we talked about this not too long ago, and we've talked about it a little bit, over the years, but way back when they was first talking about PlayStation Now, they're like, hey, you're going to be able to play, your games on your mobile devices and everything. Well, this update, as long as you download the app from the App Store on iOS, brings remote play to iPhones and iPads. Now, unfortunately, it seems like you only can use the software controls. There are some third-party controllers that work just natively with iOS, or that are made to work with iOS, that you can get to work. There's not a way at the moment that I can tell to pair via Bluetooth like a DualShock 4 to your tablet, like your iPad or something, or iPad Pro.
And I don't think that'll come. Honestly,
it could be something that I could see happening down the road, especially for jailbroken ones, because I think you can already do that. But at the moment, or I mean, a lot of the controllers that you can use that you can already pair with iOS, that are iOS compatible or whatever, have the exact same number of buttons. So if there was some way that they would made those available, that would be up to Sony, because they would have to be the ones allowing that. So I don't know what the way it's going to go. And I mean, I haven't tried it myself. I did download the app because, why not? But I haven't given it a shot. One thing that I do know for sure is that it does specify you need to be on a Wi-Fi network. It will not do it over any kind of cellular network.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It did say, it said that in the description anyways. Again, I haven't tried it myself one way or the other. But I mean, I guess they're finally finishing out on a promise that they made way back at the beginning of the generation. So good on them for that. At least it's an option that exists now.
Yeah, and I know, like, out the box, it's the on-screen controls, which I can't stand on-screen controls. And I don't even know how that would work with so many buttons. Yeah. How do you even,
just like regular remote play. I mean, every single game will work with remote play, but not every game works well with remote play. So it's kind of the same thing where certain games will work better than other ones. Anyone, like, for instance, Runner 3, I think would be great to play via remote play on your phone.
Right.
I don't think you're really going to you don't really need a ton of buttons for that. I'm sure a game more simplistic like that would work perfectly fine. I mean, I wouldn't want to play Far Cry New Dawn with these kind of controls or anything like that. But then again, I remember back in the day when Destiny launched, it actually, at least for the Vita, it had really great remote play controls, because the Vita didn't have as many buttons as a DualShock 4, and they still found a way to make it work. It was actually pretty good.
But it was only missing 2 buttons, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This, I would think, was missing all the shoulder buttons and, like, the ability to, press in on L3 and R3. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking the workarounds got to be insane for some games. Like you're saying,
yeah, for some of them,
don't work. Some don't work well, but some just work.
Yeah.
So I get that. I don't know about that. I'd like to see it. And like you're saying too, if you're playing, and I don't know how Kingdom Hearts rolls, but I wouldn't think there's a bunch of buttons in that either. Or you could get by with, just the attack and select and get around buttons. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like it would be too shoulder button heavy. Huh.
Yeah, we'll have
to
see.
I saw that, and that was kind of the leading thing for that. It seemed like they did the update just to add that.
Yeah, almost.
But it just seemed like I forgot that you couldn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys remember me, jailbreaking whatever I had to do with my phone. That was years ago now.
Yeah.
Where I was doing that already.
And there is, so like you were saying, you're kind of alluding to with that comment, you could do it and still can do it as well as I understand, with on Android when you do some workarounds. There's not an official way to do it, which is kind of strange. I would have thought they would have launched them both simultaneously. My understanding is that they are they're launching an official way of doing it on Android as well, and I don't know when that's supposed to be coming, but at the moment, the official way of doing it is iOS only.
That's right. And I don't know I don't know how long. Android seems to be slow on those things, and I know it has to do with the amount of phones that Android is on. It makes it harder for them to bring things like that over, but we'll see how long that takes for it to drop on Android. I'll definitely try it though.
On the iOS side, it requires iOS 12.1 or better. So like my iPad is an old 4th gen, so I can't even try it on my iPad. The only one I could use it on is our phones. So I would want to try it on the bigger screen. Then again, it is virtual control, so that's still weird, but
Which is interesting. You wouldn't think something that was just streaming over would need to be a newer hardware. For me, I wouldn't think that. Because I've got an older iPad too. I'd love to try it, but it sounds like that's not going to happen.
I feel like this update was pretty soft. Like, not a ton of stuff.
It was just this, it felt like.
Yeah,
I know it wasn't,
I don't really know that there's
like
anything else with it. I thought the next update was supposed to be the whole name-changey one, but I guess that's going to be maybe version 7 or whatever.
I wonder if they'll wait for E3 to hype that up. Or I guess they're not even doing a press conference, are they? Or they're doing a presser around that time, just not
right.
E3. Yeah. Man, if I've never flip-flopped on something, I'm flip-flopping like a mug right now.
Go for it.
Flip-flu.
Days Gone has gone gold.
Yeah, it has.
And just with the people talking about it, got your boy wanting to try about it.
I'm feeling like I'm going to be pre-ordering that game.
It's crazy. So
it really is.
The release date is April 26th, so that's coming up. That's pretty quick.
Yeah.
So it could be played today if we wanted it to be, 1.0 is out. And man, I have flippy flopped on this one, boy.
I know. I'm kind of getting interested now.
It's crazy. 3 months ago, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 weeks ago, I'd been like that. But like the murmurings have, this usually doesn't happen to me, but the murmurings just alone make me want to play it. How you guys feeling about this whole Days Gone thing?
I think it's cool. I'm glad that it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm glad that for once murmurings are positive. It's like the opposite of what happened with Captain Marvel,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think it's cool. I mean, it's kind of like, I know Sony puts out good games. I know they make good games. And, like the rest of you guys, I just never saw a trailer that captured me. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of hoping this is The Incredibles, because by the trailers, I had no interest in seeing that. And afterwards, I was like, oh, why did I doubt you, Pixar? It's an amazing film.
Exactly.
Really?
And
interesting.
I'm kind of hoping that that's what happens with this one.
There you go. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I've listened to some hands-on impressions from a few people that I kind of feel like more often than not our opinions align. And they're like, man, this is actually coming pretty good. It's like most of the consensus that I'm hearing is like, look, this game doesn't really do anything like totally off the wall that you're not expecting, like outside the box, but it does a lot of things that a lot of games do and puts them all in one game, and it does them all really well. So it's a solid experience. And the story beats that you're getting at the moment seem solid. So I'm like, all right, I'm interested. Now, granted, I still have New Dawn that I need to jump into, but it's like New Dawn, and after that, I was like, I don't know what I'm playing the rest of the year.
I know.
So it's like, why not this?
Yeah, I'm still on the fence with it, just because I feel like this has been done before. I think
what's been done before?
Just this whole like zombie-ish,
horde,
all kinds of stuff going on. Like I'm still
rubbed into the ground. Yeah, it's been
I'm still kind of sticking with that. The whole biker thing, I don't really care too much about either. But like, if there's gonna be if there's a decent story there, maybe. Basically, I'm gonna let you guys play it and you tell me what you think. How about that?
Exactly.
Because I know I'm probably not getting it right now because I want to finish New Dawn and then I've got Spider-Man, so I'm gonna be in that realm for a while. So I'm not gonna get it day one, that's for sure. But I do love that this was talked about for so long and everybody just kind of was like they just pushed it aside and now it's coming back to the front, which is very cool. I do love that.
You will do.
And
Exactly.
it seems to be not people
Back to the
that.
front. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'll let you have your moment. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Just let them be there right there.
Yeah. It seems like not just people that Sony's in their pocket either.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If just Sean was coming out like this game, you guys, woo, this game is something else.
You're like,
We'd
yeah,
all be
okay.
like, yeah, I bet it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm still on the fence with it a little bit. I don't know.
It's kind of feeling like not in genre, obviously, but it's kind of reminiscent. The rumblings to me are of when what was that name? Until Dawn came out. Because Until Dawn, you
really?
see it,
Same
and
thing.
some people were like, "Oh man, this is gonna be great," but most people I feel like were kind of like, we'll see a teen horror movie and as a game. I don't know. And then it ended up being like kind of like a sleeper hit. Like everyone's like, "This is actually really good." I feel like Days Gone is coming on that way, where it's like
Right.
nobody really paid it much mind. The few people that did play it at conventions, like really early on, were just like, yeah, just whatever. But as it gets closer, people are starting to realize, oh wait, maybe there's a little something more to this. Whether or not it'll turn
Yeah.
out, who knows? But
Oh,
I'm
that's
happy
right.
for Ben because things were looking a little. I mean, they haven't put
Yeah,
out
it was
games
looking rough.
forever, and it was looking a little rocky for them. And so, if this turns out to at least be decent,
Yes.
Yeah.
they're in a good spot. I was a little worried for them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We shall see.
What else you got, Christopher?
All right, so this actually came out last week, a little bit after we recorded, but I just wanted to kind of touch on it. So, the Switch is kind of getting into the VR game. We didn't mention this
Yep.
last week, did we?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yep.
Well, with the cardboard VR.
I totally forgot. All right. Well, I looked into it. I'm going to be honest. So I finally looked
Morning
into
show.
the thing. Exactly.
Somebody wasn't paying attention.
But I actually did. Y'all actually? I think this thing looks dumb. I'm sorry.
It was a story of mine last week.
I think this thing looks dumb.
Which of the things? All of them?
Well,
All of the things.
look, I understand it's geared towards kids. I get it. But I just want to say, like, none of them, like, you can't wear it. You can't.
Yeah,
the
you have
thing
to
looks
hold
heavy.
it
You have to
there.
have the Joy-Cons on it because that's how it does all the movement stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, when you
can't
can buy
wear it?
stuff just for your phone, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Because it's like $80.
That's
the
what I
cheap
was saying.
version of
That's
it's
what I was
30.
saying last week. Is like, with cardboard being that expensive,
Morning
it's
show.
hard to.
Exactly.
But still, like, I looked in. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see a like a strap. It looks like you hold it.
I don't. Which you do the
really?
same thing. You do the same thing like when you use the Google Cardboard or
goggles.
whatever with your phone. But it's like,
Yeah,
but
or
those
whatever
are
it's called.
free,
Right.
and everybody has a
Exactly.
phone. Even kids these days have a phone, and this is a gigantic Switch on your face.
Yes.
So even if you could strap it in, like that thing would be heavy, I would assume.
Yes. Well, the way it looks to me is that like everything has like a handle at least. It's not like you're using your whole hand to hold up the Switch. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the elephant thing. You have the tusk.
Yeah, like the
And then the
elephant thing's got
camera.
tusk, but then it's got a little shootout below it though. See where like you would hold it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at the picture of it?
Yes, yes.
And so like, it seems like they're trying to get around the fact of like, hey, you don't have to hold this whole thing up with one hand or two hands
Mm-hmm.
and then try to get lucky with working the other thing. Like, it seems like they've thought about it. It just seems like
I mean, to their credit,
this is
they
still
are
cardboard, you guys.
Yeah, and they are like basically saying like, look, this is like your first foray into VR kind of thing. Like they're not trying to push this as an Oculus competitor, and I get that. I understand, but
yeah.
I mean, I really feel like because it's mostly geared towards kids. I feel like I just think the other Labo stuff seems like really way more creative than this, or maybe creative is not the right word to say because I mean it does have to be creative to come up with this
I
kind
don't
of
know,
stuff
man.
too. But it seems like the other stuff seems like more worthwhile than this does. If you're going to do this, because again, most kids have phones or have access to their parents' phones, throw it in a Google Cardboard and let them look at, something on Sesame Street VR or whatever the heck that's got to exist out there.
I don't know. I'm with you and not with you. Like,
okay,
of course, yes, Google Cardboard is free. I did Google Cardboard. But I didn't like flirt around with it enough to see anything impressive.
Yeah.
This to me, you have to remember too, and I could be wrong about this. I think personally, the Switch and its hardware for what it does is really good.
Oh yeah, no. I agree with that. It's just that
I have no doubt about that.
It's freaking massive. And anytime you put, even with phones these days, you put them in one of those things, it's basically just magnifying it for the two lenses or whatever, so you see all the pixels. So even phones now that have way better pixel density than the Switch does, looks kind of when you look inside there. But you deal with it because it's just a free little thing to look around, the world or whatever. I can't imagine the Switch looking that great in this.
I just don't want to call it without trying it.
That's true.
Now, my thing is, $80 is ridiculous. Like, we can all agree that it's cardboard that will be broken by dinner time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all get on board with that, correct?
BBD,
you would have to get multiples.
Broken by dinner.
That's right.
Yeah, broken by dinner for sure. However, if like the bird thing or whatever it is, or the elephant thing, like, it looks extremely creative to me. Like all this stuff to me, it's got a touch of brilliance to it. It's just too expensive. If this stuff came out and was $20 and $30, I'd be like, oh, Nintendo's done it.
Well, but
$80.
You can't get that one set for $40. I think that comes with the goggles and one of the whatever they're called, the Toy Cons or whatever. I think.
Yeah.
There's like a starter kit you can get that comes with just $40
with the blaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. So it's hard for me, but like the one with like the I don't know. It's just like when I look at the elephant and I look at the camera, I'm like, oh man, come on, that's good. And then when you look at the bird, you're like, dang it, that's good. Like that, somebody has put incredible thought into these things. It's just still gonna be broke by dinner, and it's not gonna last.
Right.
It's $80 of maybe an afternoon. It was what I would guess. But that's what I think about all the Labo stuff. So, I mean, we only considered getting it when we saw it at Best Buy, and we should have pulled the trigger, but they were selling both things for like $100 instead of like one for 60 or 70. And so we were like, oh, well, I could, the kids kind of, but again, man, I mean, the stuff that holds up gets broke.
Yeah.
So I just can't imagine.
I can kind of get behind the other Labo stuff because, again, I see all the stuff with it, and then, it comes with one bits of software, maybe more software down the road for, like the little robot thing or whatever it is. Who knows? Just this VR one, just because, like, Google Cardboard or whatever the cardboards are so prevalent, and you can get them everywhere, and you can even build your own, kind of like the Labo, not quite the same, but you know what I'm saying? I just don't see how this is any better worth the money than like what you can just do with a phone. Yes. I mean, if you're gonna buy the Labo stuff, I would. Again, I don't have any of them, but I would totally steer like my sister if they had a Switch and she was like, "Which one should I get?" I would totally steer them to any of the other Labo stuff besides this.
My only, and again, this is about trying it. My only question is putting those Joy-Cons where they have them slotted.
Yes,
changes the thing drastically because a phone is only going to be look around.
Yes.
There's not going to be any interaction when it comes to the phone and the Google Cardboard, except for look around. This seems like it's going to, like, if you look at the camera, if you look really close, the one of the Joy-Cons is like is in there sideways, so you're using your finger with the stick, and then the other Joy-Con is in where the lens would go, so you get to turn it. And so that gives like, it's going to give more of a feel of using something like that. Again, I haven't done it. I haven't seen it. So I don't know, but it just seems like because of the Joy-Cons, they can take it way beyond.
I mean, that's a fair
Samsung
perspective.
phone. Samsung phone will go. But it's hard to try it at that price point. Again, So man, I only talk about this because I love Chris McCracken, and anytime I can bring this up,
well, there you go,
and shed some more light on it, I'm going to. The creative director over at Ubisoft, Julian Garrity, tweeted out this week that he got to play Death Stranding. Mm-hmm. And gave a shout out to Kojima, and he said, trust me, this game is gorgeous and it's going to be mind-blowing. And he also called it timeless. Ooh. And I was like, ooh.
Man, like, yes, it's awesome to hear these kinds of things. But at the same time, it's like, man, don't sell it too hard because it's going to, I just don't want it to live up to something too crazy. And granted, there's been very, very few people who've actually played it. So it's not like everybody under the sun is using this kind of language. But man, it just, I want to believe, and I just want it to be here. I'm ready. I'm ready to just see the thing.
Yes. I know that's right. A couple other quick stories. There was a trailer for Doom Annihilation.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
the movie.
It exists. It's very small.
Man, oh man. Somebody on Twitter said, I really want Doom and ID Software to give your most honest opinion of the trailer for Doom Annihilation. And Doom got back to that tweet or retweeted it with a quote saying, we're not involved with the movie.
Oh, snap.
Oh, there you go.
It was very passive aggressive.
And nail in the coffin.
Yeah. At Doom says, we're not involved with the movie. So they're saying a lot in that one quick statement.
Yeah.
And so this is also a direct to stream or direct to home or direct to video, whatever we call it nowadays. Movie. It's not going to be coming through the theaters. It's done by Universal.
Oh, really? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That makes sense,
Universal 1440 Entertainment, which is a division of Universal Pictures. Home Entertainment is a direct to video movie that's coming. So won't be seeing that. Didn't see the first one. Not feeling left out.
Wasn't there a Doom movie that The Rock was in or something?
Yeah, the first one. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see the first one.
Oh, I just assumed there was like 4 of them by now.
I didn't know that existed at all.
Yeah, it looked terrible. Even in the commercial, they tried to do like, hey, look, some of the movies in first person, and you're like, oh, you guys are focusing on the wrong things. Nobody cares if it's first person if the movie sucks.
Right.
I'm up in the air about this next story. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I've seen so many different things said. So people are thinking that they've found the first pictures of the new Google controller.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys seen those mock-ups?
They just found them. They just happened to be lying
there was
around.
a patent
they found
or
the
something?
patent.
Oh, the patent,
they found the
yes.
patent, which is
And it had
pretty
schematics.
detailed. Yep, had schematics. And then there's a kind of a 3D rendering of what the controller would look like. And I think Google's little thing is coming up. Is that like on the 19th or something like that of March?
It's at GDC. Is that going on right now? I don't.
I think it's coming up.
Gotcha.
The Ouya's going to be at GDC?
Oh, man.
Can you imagine? Ouya 2. What if Google calls it that?
Exactly.
Oh,
It's being
We
called the
bought
Ouya.
Ouya, and here
It's
it's
the Ouya, man. Come on, the Ouya.
Yeah, exactly. I just want them to use the Kool-Aid Man to.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. He busted the wall. So, we've talked about them entering the streaming space. Some people have talked about them coming into the console game. We really don't know. And now we're seeing stories of like, hey, here's the controller. To me, it looks like pretty ugly. And then we're hearing like, everything you've seen is not real. And so you're like, no, I don't know what to believe. And so it's just, I think it's fun that Google, being the people they are with the money that they have to spend, is jumping into this thing. Mm-hmm. And, I think any competition, especially from a big company like that, is good competition. And I think it pushes the whole thing forward.
Yeah.
But this controller looks extremely ugly to me. Did you guys see any of the pictures of that?
I've
did,
seen the
and
pictures.
It's kind of like last week where we also had schematics of the Switch controllers that looked nothing like what it looked like.
Not even close. Yeah, but that was a good point you brought up. Yeah.
But this basically, it looks like when anyone draws a controller, but they don't want it to be PlayStation or Xbox. They kind of make it just generic looking. That's what this
Yes.
looks like.
That's what I thought too. I was like, can that look more like, dude, we're not either. We're us. And you're
This is for my logo, but I don't want to get sued. So here's generic controller.
Yeah. So here is generic controller. That's funny. Exactly right.
What did the Ouya's controller look like?
Ugly
Was it similar to this?
as well.
Oh, no, it was a bit different.
Ugly.
A series of ridges and buttons.
And a sticker too.
Right. No controller, I think, beats the Xbox and Sony's controller. Like, I personally like Sony's better than Xbox, but I've got big hands, and so the Xbox controller still feels good to me. Where, like, I really struggle with the Switch controls, especially if you have to play just with one Joy-Con. Like, my hands
Like
are
the turn
like,
sideways kind of thing?
oh, my hands are like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I will say I'm definitely intrigued if someone's going to do a quote console, like I would be very curious to see what Google does, because they like programmatically and just in general they do things right. Like I feel like they do a very good job. That's why they're around. That's why they're Google. But it's like, okay, are you just trying to get into this space to try and get in the space? Or are you actually, are you legitimately wanting to do something really cool with this? And
I
so,
think
I don't know,
like
though.
Ed. I think like Ed mentioned before, they've got so much money that they get to just try things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you don't
Like,
really
there's no
hold it
harm in
against
that.
them
That's
because they do what they do so well.
Yes.
The things that have worked for them. I mean, just being Google is ginormous. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then we got Google
Agreed.
Fiber shirts all over the place, and so you kind of forgive the things that like the 10 things that they've tried and not doing anymore.
Right.
You're like,
Yeah, but that does get annoying.
Yeah.
Like, here's this thing. You're going to love it. All right, that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah. And we're done.
It's like, all right, well, why
But-
do I
but you're right,
believe in
Gabe,
this
like,
when
they-
you just kind of dabbled?
But you're right.
Yes.
They have the ability and the money to experiment. And you know what? I think they should. Godspeed. Keep going. Experiment away, because you never know what, happy
But
mistake
I think-
happens, and then boom, we've got something amazing.
I think what Chris and Ed are saying though is like, baby, keep it in the PTR for a little bit longer
Yes.
before saying
I
we're
think
gonna
that's a
love it.
great idea. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I've got no problem with them getting in the game, so to speak.
Well,
I
but
have
also-
no issues with that. With them, even if all it ends up being is a streaming model, which is
Yes.
because I mean, I feel like it's. I don't know that
Leaning that way,
hardware-based gaming will ever completely go away, just like how movies and hardware-based music is never going to completely go away. But if streaming is going to get to where it is very ubiquitous, I mean, why not get into it early so that you can really
Agreed.
iron out all the details by the time it's, the norm? It's fine with me.
And let's also not forget that they didn't actively like put a press release out about this. Like somebody found this because it was a patent pending, and so like
Well,
I don't-
this, yeah, but
So I don't know if Google's really going out there and be like, guess what we're going to do? I think they're still keeping it under wraps because they got to get their patents together and they got to get it all situated first before they do that. I don't know. We'll see. It's weird.
I
but
could be
it's
saying
interesting.
something that people 10 years down the road would say, can you believe this guy said that?
Right.
But
Yeah.
looking 10 years down the road, I don't see Google gaming being up there with Sony and PlayStation and still being a thing even. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine that. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Which was what we would have both said about Sony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when they were just doing TVs and trying to do phones.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? It's so hard to know who's got the thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like when Apex came out, and it's kind of what some people over at EA alluded to. They're like, we didn't think it was going to pop like this.
Yeah,
Like there's just no way to tell sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
mean,
know.
we'll find out when they have their. I don't know if it's press conference is the right way to say it, but whatever it is that they're doing at GDC is where they'll unveil all this stuff, and then we'll figure out what's going on and then what direction they're going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if they end up buying, or if they already have, and they're going to announce that they've bought or created several studios to make games, then I think, all right, this is going to last a while. Because you
We
wouldn't
bought Nintendo.
I mean, it'd probably be smart for them to do it if they.
Yeah, that would be
not going to sell, but
pretty amazing. Yeah, but let's also not forget that the games have to lead off with this thing. You know, like if they don't have the right games, I don't know if they're doing exclusives or what have you. But like if it's like, hey, we've got this amazing new console and you can only play Pong with it. Bye.
I don't know. I'm really feeling like they're not gonna worry about hardware necessarily. I think they're just going to do the streaming route. I don't see why they wouldn't just stick that route. Even if they make their own games, like have their own studios under their wing and make their own games, like why not just have it part of your streaming service? I mean, they have their own IP, you know, in certain areas. Like, why would they not just do it that way?
Yeah, I just need this streaming thing to take hold.
I feel like whatever their hardware is going to be is just going to be a way to connect to their streaming platform.
Yes,
they're trying. They're kind of like beating Microsoft at its game in a weird way, not
like a Chromecast for games, basically.
Yeah, I feel like that's the direction it's going to go, which would totally make sense for them to have a controller for it. But I still think it's going to be a thing you just plug in your TV or whatever. There might be a box. But I think it's just going to be streaming related. I don't think they want to get into the hardware game, console game.
I love that. Yeah, Godspeed. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Chris, you out?
Yes.
Well, every week we ask you guys a question. And last week was no different. We asked you guys, in video games, who is more important to you? A good hero or a good villain? We got some good conversation going on this one.
Yeah. Let's go.
Kind of fun. Starting over on Twitter, we got Jacob Hammond at Real Big Kong. I will have to say the villain, because you can't be an awesome hero without a great villain.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, if you're not fighting something, right? Where a villain could kind of stand alone. It's hard to be a hero with no bad guys.
That's true.
Then you're not a hero. You're just a guy.
Yeah,
right?
you're just a guy. Yeah.
Just Nathan Drake is just a guy in a Henley.
That is precisely right, Ed.
Muted Mind. Can I pick a good storyline? A good hero, I guess. Because to have a good hero, you can pretty easily have a good storyline. Although, I could see that argument on the other side as well. That
sounds like my answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Both.
Bad Bit Games at Mr. Bad Bit. Always need a good hero. Part of games for me is seeing myself in a protagonist. If I can't relate to a hero, I lose interest fast. This generation is full of amazing heroes and heroines. Nice. I like that. Over on the Facebook group, Daniel High, considering the fact that I play as the hero for the game, I want them to be memorable. Combine a great hero with a great story, and you are in for a good time. Spider-Man is a recent example. From the opening swing to the end credits, I felt like I was Peter Parker.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like that. Mark Olver, I feel that a well thought out villain with the plot truly makes the game from Bowser, Ganondorf to Sephiroth. They just stick with you and it makes a memorable experience. There we go.
Yeah.
Scott Bores, the answer I feel is what Tim said. Both. To make it fair and only give one answer, it would be hero. Also, the villain is the hero of his or her own story. And this is how I get away with answering both.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's funny.
From Discord, these go back to back, so I'm going to read these. Hollywood Bones. Oh. I need a good hero. Since I'll be playing the hero for close to 100% of the game, I need the protagonist to be at least one of the following: likable, relatable, funny, interesting, charismatic, and others. The hero more times than not sets the tone for the game. And if the hero gets off on the wrong foot, no matter how good the villain is, it can really sour the game. It's a good point. Lucas Ham Sandwich. I have to say that I'm with Patrick on this one. The hero for me is the more important of the two. I think of games like Uncharted 1, 2, and 3, which each of the bad guys were terribly exaggerated or bland, and yet those games are some of the most fun I've ever had in gaming, despite the villains. And because of the cast of heroes and their witty banter together, in The Last of Us, there was a really good villain, but he was only a small portion of the total experience. And in the end, it was the hero's relationship, connection, and highs and lows that drew us in and made us feel it in the feels. Of course, when the rubber hits the road, no one can deny that a good villain will usually make the difference between a good game and a great one. But it is how we connect with the hero, put ourselves in their shoes, and find entertainment, joy, and character growth during their journey to become a hero that decides our engagement and enjoyment of the game we play with them. Ooh, I like that. Katie120, I might be breaking the rules here, but I absolutely love a good anti-hero. One of the best examples from recent years is Joel from The Last of Us. He is someone who will do whatever it takes to protect Ellie. He does some pretty gruesome things, all for the sole purpose of protecting Ellie. His intentions are in the right place, but he did do some monstrous things.
Yeah.
And then,
point.
listen, I think Spencer wraps this up pretty good. He said, I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
I know.
He's got to be strong.
Spencer.
He's got to be fast. And he's got to be fresh
That's
from
good.
the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding
good.
out for a hero till the morning light.
No.
He's got to be sure. It's got to be soon. And he's got to be larger than life.
Oh, that's good.
I want to
Well
know what Ed
played.
thinks of that.
Well played.
Banned.
I think he doesn't like it.
I think that's Spencer's first ban.
I think it might be.
Oh, that's so good.
That
I want to
was
read
good.
this last one just because it's a little bit different. Apoth, I need a villain. I need to know if I know it's not. I need a villain. I need to know if it's worth all the trouble I'm in. I'm just kidding. He said villains like Handsome Jack, who just antagonize you from the start, are the best because after they say something, it pushes you to keep going. Like, okay, this guy is about to get dealt with.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for the
So
question,
good.
Spencer. Thank you for that. I'm surprised more people didn't do that. He was the only one who had the nerve to go there. You know where to find us. Facebook.com/Married to the Games. Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Married to the Games, of course. You can come check out the website where every podcast we've done is posted there. Not like Ed said, because we don't have anything new yet. YouTube.com/Married to the Games. And on Patreon at patreon.com/MTTG. And Edward?
Rate us on iTunes. Leave a review and a rating. And Tim will get a new puppy.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Yes, that's going to happen regardless. You know it.
Yeah.
It probably is. But rate us on iTunes to make sure it happens.
Yeah,
Could you
Rate us
please?
on iTunes so a family member can adopt him ahead of me.
Oh my gosh. Seriously.
Seriously. It's my prayer.
Oh,
Every day.
Well, let's get into some questions.
Alrighty, let's get into some questions. Discord, Fluxel, Adam Pay. You lose a bet, and you have to attend a weekend-long convention as an Overwatch character and have to try and stay in character. Costume is provided and looks
gosh.
awesome. Which character are you cosplaying?
Ooh.
Or cosplaying, I should say.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what did he just say?
What's it?
There's a hyphen in there. There was a hyphen in there, so I'm like, oh, no, it's not cosplay, it's cosplay.
I guess if we're all going together, we're cosplaying.
Yeah, that's
exactly. There you go. Good job, Ed.
Soldier 76 for me.
That would be
Yeah.
so
Young
easy. I
man
think.
anymore.
Just-
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
That way I can yell at everybody. It'll be great.
I just got a puppy.
That's right.
I'm going McCree.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
I want to go as a. I mean, if the costume's provided, I'm going as Hammond.
Ooh.
I'm rolling around that bad boy.
Oh, love that.
And I could probably take a nap. Nobody would know the difference. Just duck my head down real quick.
You're not walking, so your feet aren't going to hurt you around the whole convention. That's good.
People push me around, yeah.
If I have to pull it off for the entire weekend, I'll say Reaper, just because I would want to. I feel like that'd be the easiest.
I felt like you were going to pick one with a mask.
Exactly.
Gabe.
Oh,
Who,
okay.
me?
Yeah, I thought he was going to pick one with a mask because he always talks about like if he did a cosplay at a convention, he would do something with a mask so he wouldn't be self-conscious.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I could tuck down into that ball and just...
I know, but
Yeah.
Hammond comes out of that ball a lot, and you'd have to do those parts too.
Well, that Hammond. This Hammond might stay in the ball.
Be your own
Hammond
Hammond.
is taking a nap in the ball.
Exactly. Oh, my gosh.
All right, Beefmaster Serta, you are a comic book character in the MCU or DC and was just told you are getting yet another reboot/origin story made. What character are you, and what is your first villain to jumpstart the new series?
Shoot, I don't know anything about comics. I know for about as much as they've shown us from Hollywood.
I know,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Shoot. I mean, my favorite character... sorry. I don't know him as a character, but my favorite powers are the Human Torch.
Oh, yeah,
And so I want the Human Torch to get his own spinoff, and just like whoever the bad guy is, I have no freaking idea who they fight. But I think the Human Torch is the best.
And he was denied a bank loan as well.
Yeah, he was. Poor guy.
There's your reboot story right now, right there.
Yeah, he's trying to get a loan.
The villain is the banker.
What say you, Christopher?
If we're talking reboot, then I would say Wolverine because what's his name's not doing it anymore.
Yeah,
And as
Hugh
far
Jackman.
as villain, I don't know. Sabretooth because I know his name.
I know that.
Or Omega Red maybe because I don't think we've ever had an Omega Red villain in any of them.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I have
It's
no.
one of the bad guys in the X-Men worlds, or I guess / Marvel world.
Gotcha. What say you, Edward?
I want the Wonder Twins.
Oh my lord!
I
yes.
want the villain to be the Monkey Gleek.
Gleek. Oh,
I don't
my
know any
lord.
of the
I
things
don't.
that you just said.
me
Hello.
either. Yeah, I'm lost. Yeah.
I don't.
Wow.
Oh,
those
I
are
know.
not
Is that
things I
Wonder
know.
Twin powers activate?
Yes.
Yes, form of,
Oh,
shape
okay.
of, yes.
And I only know them from the cartoon. I don't even know if they were actual comic book characters.
Exactly. Yes.
Wonder Twins.
Hey, you know what, Ed? I'm going in on it with you. I'll be your other twin. It'll be amazing. We're going up against Gleek. Let's do this.
Y'all can cosplay.
I don't think they were MCU or DC.
No.
I would
think they were
assume they
just
were
like
DC since it was the super. Since it was like the Batman, Wonder Woman, League of Justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, was
It
it?
was Justice
Yeah,
League.
totally.
It has
Oh,
to be DC.
first comics appearance was Extreme Justice, 1995.
95. So that would have been after the cartoon.
Yeah. That came after the cartoon.
Kind of like
the cartoon was
Harley Quinn, how
80s.
she came out first
Yeah.
in the cartoon and then became a comic thing.
Yeah.
Really?
And then
Yeah.
DC. Yeah, Harley Quinn was made from the cartoons. Yeah.
No
I
way.
didn't know that.
That's pretty cool.
The animated series, Batman the animated series.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going in with you, Ed.
Come on, sweets.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, DC.
That was brilliant. I love that. All right.
Created by Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Yeah. Who knew that they were comic book creators?
I know, right?
I don't think they knew either at the time.
Exactly.
Hollywood Bones. It's been discovered that there is a seventh Infinite Stone. What is it called? What
Lord.
does it do? And where is it hidden?
I don't know. The relaxed stone on the stones.
It's in my bed, and it's underneath my pillow.
That one's got to be
Yeah.
the green one. Oh man, just relax. Here, take it.
Yeah,
take this
boy,
relax
like-
stone.
Yeah.
I love that. Relax.
I know there's already a green one, but still.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
got
the chill stone. Let's call it
It's
the chill
more
stone.
green. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the chill stone.
Relax, man. Chill.
Yeah, it's all right, baby. Come on, man. Hey, Thanos.
What's with all this snapping, man? Too much energy.
Yeah,
Chill
come
out.
on, baby. Who need a glove that big?
I love it. Anybody else want to take a crack at this one? I love the chill stone. I think that's the best.
Ed, what you say?
I I'm gonna say it's the rose-colored stone, and I was talking with Sarah last night, and she just always has the ability to always see the bright side of things.
That's incredible.
And so I'm like, man, I could use that sometimes because I feel like, oh, doggone it, what the crap?
Yes.
And if I could just use the rose-colored stone to see the good part of what
The
just
good
happened,
and all of it.
and it's hidden somewhere in Sarah's sock drawer.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She has it. You have to wrestle it out of her cold, dead hands. Chris?
Man, I can't remember the colors that already exist. So we'll say the
Flint?
do what?
The Flint?
Sure. Well, I don't know what that is.
Flintstone.
Oh, the Flintstone. Good night. Jeez. All right,
Banned.
you know what? The segment's over. You've ruined it.
You're welcome.
Go back to go inside, check on your
Yabba
kids.
dabba do.
I'm so tired.
Hey, have you guys heard of Labo VR?
Both.
Shoot.
Oh, that's good. All right, should we move on from this? All right, let's go. Ryan Straub, Cheatzilla. Is it about time to check in on your gaming New Year's resolutions? If so, how's it going? For me, I'm still working on backlog, but I finished 2 of my 6 games. Thanks for speaking so highly of Spider-Man. That game was awesome.
Yay.
Nice.
Not good. Yeah. I haven't,
You'll be all right, man.
unless you count Tetris 99 as a
Counted.
2019 game that you can beat. I did get first place.
There you go.
Oh,
I
there you
don't know
go.
if that counts as beating it.
Yeah.
But I did win. I don't know. I've
I mean,
won
to me, that counts
in
as beating
Apex
it.
Legends.
Yeah, I'd
Yes,
say
you've
so.
got 2
Ah, man, those feel like cheating if I'm being completely honest.
now.
I wouldn't think so.
But not outside of those 2 things, not good, man.
How many you got? 10? Is that what you
I said 5 2019 games.
Oh, you got this.
Yep. You will have it.
Yeah.
It's only March. We're good.
I don't
Yeah.
remember making a resolution this year.
Yeah, I don't either.
Somebody
Huh.
oops
So
me
I'm
if I
good.
did, but I don't remember making one.
I think we all made one,
Yeah.
even though none of us really make one.
I mean, last year
Well, I
mine
think
was
we
I
all made
wanted to
gaming
play
ones.
10 2018 games, and I know
That's
that I
right.
didn't do anything like that again. So if I did do something, it was more like I just want to have fun
Yeah.
with games or something, something like
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My other one was about getting more involved with the children's hospital.
Oh, right.
And so haven't done that yet either, but that's waiting for after tour anyway. So we'll just see.
I am
Ed?
halfway finished with my resolution as I have 1 golden gun in Overwatch.
That's right, you do,
Yeah,
baby.
you wanted
man.
2, right?
I wanted 2, but as far as like actually getting it, I'm way less than halfway there.
Really?
Just because I started off with like they're 3,000 competitive points a piece.
That's
I
right.
started off the year with like 2,400 already. Now I'm starting all over again.
Yes.
So I have
Oh,
34
shit.
now. So
Yeah, well done.
it'll be a while.
You're almost there. Well done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I have any gaming ones. Like I'll just keep trying to keep platinum some games.
There you go.
Apoth, with all this talk of hero or villain, it reminded me of Batman Arkham Asylum. When I was walking down a hall in the game, my PlayStation just locked up and started to pixelate.
Oh wow.
Then the game just reset and the opening scene started playing again. I was in shock because I hadn't saved in a while. I stood there in disbelief as the Batmobile drove through the streets. I was about to turn it off and give up for the night when you see that the Joker is driving, and the whole thing was a boss fight with Scarecrow. It is one of my favorite moments in gaming. So what is your favorite gaming moment?
Oh jeez.
You know what? The
This
very
is so
first time
tough.
I put on the VR helmet and started up VR Worlds, and just the menu, it blew me away. Just the loading screen menu was incredible. I'll never forget that. That was really, really cool.
Chris?
I mean, the first time I remember really having my mind blown, and one of the most memorable, I guess at the moment I can say the most memorable is when I was playing Metal Gear and I had to switch the controller. I realized I had to switch the controller
Oh, that was incredible.
to beat Psycho Mantis. Or you didn't have to, but it was definitely the easier of the two ways of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That was insane. And reading your memory card and whatnot, it just was like, what in the world?
Tim?
You know what's coming to mind is the first time I got a pair of headphones. And because when I was gaming, I just had it on low in the mornings, and I put those headphones on for the first time. I never forget, I was playing Borderlands 2, and I could just hear everything crystal clear, and I just had a smile on my face that whole day. It was so great. So great.
Oh man, there's so many, you know what I'm saying? There's so many firsts. There's so many, like, you know, there's little ones like, you know, renting, going to Redbox and getting like, what was it? God of War Ascension. So I could play the demo for The Last of Us,
that's
which we
right.
heard about. There's, for me, the launch of the Dreamcast, which like had so much promise when it was first coming out with the VMUs, you know, there were memory cards that you put in the controller that you could take out and play little mini games on them yourselves, like on there. And I remember that. I remember, you know, just countless arcade things. But like one of the memories that stick with me forever is going to, I think it was Longmont, Colorado, and playing the first Resident Evil with a group of friends.
Nice.
And us just staying up super late and not knowing what a hutch was. And they're like, go open the hutch. And we were like, what is a hutch? You know, we're all like, you know, we're young teens at the time. And the dogs busting through the window and scaring everybody. And I think playing Resident Evil 1 with my buddies when I was young was like one of my favorite gaming memories.
That's awesome.
Or memories from gaming, yeah.
I love that. That's really good.
Yeah, good question.
Great question. Facebook, Katie Meeks, you're getting ready to leave the house. How do you put on your socks and shoes? Is it sock, shoe, or sock, shoe, shoe?
Sock, shoe,
What?
shoe.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Sock, shoe, sock, shoe.
Who does it like that?
What kind of
You know what,
twisted satanic thing is this?
Jeez.
You know what's crazy is that we're a take your shoes off at the door family.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And so our shoes don't really make it to the bedroom where the socks are.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
same
so
here.
I wouldn't think to carry the socks from the bedroom to the front door, then put a sock on and grab a shoe, then put a sock on, then grab a shoe.
Yeah.
I've literally never seen anyone do that. But maybe Katie does that. Does Katie do that, Chris? Have you seen her do that?
I don't know.
That sounds like a
We're
question
about to find out.
from someone who does it and is seeking validation. Because you don't just think of something weird like that.
You don't throw that garbage out there and let it sit.
Well, you know, it's funny. I thought the question was going to be, do you slide them on and bring up the back of the shoe with your finger, or do you sit down and cross your leg and put your shoe on?
Oh.
Yeah. Sock, shoe.
Yeah.
Travis P. Has a pet ever made you mess up in a game? My cat has turned off the first gen PS4 multiple times while I was playing multiplayer.
Oh,
Those
that's hilarious.
capacity power eject buttons were horrible.
Yeah, my dog just yesterday I was playing what's it called? Mario Party with the kids, and couldn't see around my dog, like stepping on my hand and everything like that, and totally jacked me up. And Amara ended up winning one of the mini games, and she was like, I beat you. I was like, well, listen, let's not get too excited.
Jeez.
I had some things going on over here.
I got things going on.
Yeah. Edward, you have a cat?
I don't think so. Maybe the cat's done something and I look over and maybe like I run into something while I'm driving, but nothing really major.
Yes. Yep. Tim?
No, Thaxton's good, but this new puppy probably will, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll probably pee on something while you're trying to
It'll
play.
pee on the couch right where I'm sitting. It'll be great.
Oh, you so
Can't
deserve
wait.
it. Mm-hmm.
Tim, you just got to
Chris.
put a stop to this.
I know.
Not going to happen,
trying.
Chris.
Nope.
Chris, that's wishful
Trying.
thinking, buddy.
All right, Jason Lorette.
No, wait, what did Chris say?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure Ellie's jumped in my lap sometime and made me hit the wrong way on a controller or something, but nothing super obvious. that I
Yeah,
can think of,
exactly.
yeah.
Not like turn the console off.
Yeah, she hasn't done
No,
anything
no,
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
That's only a cat thing, by the way.
Probably. Yeah,
Oh, were
my.
you playing that? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it's not like a brushing by the Xbox and hitting it. It's a going up and pushing it with
It's
the
a
ball.
deliberate push.
Yeah, exactly. And then
While
the way they
looking
just
back at you like,
staring.
"Oh."
Exactly.
Eye
Yeah.
contact.
Exactly. I said clean out the litter box. Now would be good.
That's awesome. All right, Joseph Grimm, any recommendations for a PS4 wireless headset? I really like Afterglow. I recently purchased an Afterglow headset for the Xbox and really like them, except the boom mic is really stiff. I got them on sale for $50 down from $80, which is a great deal. I also have had a couple pairs of Sony Golds, which have great sound, but the mic isn't very good, and the plastic it's made from breaks easily up to the fold-up feature. Thanks. Yeah, I agree on the Golds, man. They need to manufacture those a little bit better.
Yeah, I remember mine being a little janky.
They sounded good, but yeah, it did get real jank after a while.
Man, this is totally depressing. I've become so much of a wired headset guy because I'm moving around so much. I'm nowhere to just charge headsets. Mm-hmm. And so, man, I've gone the way of wired headsets.
Yeah.
I use my Beats, I use my Skull Candies, and then on and off the road, I've literally, this sounds terrible, and listen, I get it. Mm-hmm. I've been using just my Samsung, the ones that came with my phone.
Oh, right.
Because the mic sounds good. People can understand what I'm saying, and it's just dangling there. Nice. And it's something I can throw in my backpack and use at home when I'm home, and then use on the road when I'm on the road. So
yeah,
sorry about it.
So were they specifically asking for recommendations or?
Yes.
Yeah, for wireless.
Okay.
I don't know enough about gaming headsets to really offer you anything wise, so I will default to whatever.
What do you use, Ed?
I don't even know what the brand is. I'm so clueless.
The ones that I use are a Steel series. I think it's the 8000 or 880 or something like that. If it's for PS4, I love them. They fit really snug on your head. The mic is one of those. It's like a retractable mic,
Boom.
so it can come out when you're ready for multiplayer. You can just push it back in, and I really love them. They ain't cheap, but they are.
Yeah.
I've had those for 2.5 years now, and they're solid. They're built solid, so I love them.
I can't do the boom mic.
Man, you got to get over that.
I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't. What say you, Chris? Because I know you know about these things.
You know these things.
If you want a headset that's worth your while, you're going to need to spend some money. Don't worry about it. Yes, the Sony Golds, maybe they'll have a few issues or whatever. They're $100. And I know $100 is a lot of money to a lot of people, but for a gaming headset is nothing. So
it's a lot of money when they break.
Yeah, if they break right away. But I've paid $100 for a headset. It was a Turtle Beach headset back in the PS3 days. I don't know. I'm also the person who has my very first pair of wire, the cord for my very first iPhone, both the headset and the charging cable, and I never once got it frayed at the end. So I don't know what people are doing to their stuff that they just destroy them like they do. I just treat my things like, I'm putting this over here now, and I don't have a problem. So if it lasts more than a year and it's a $100 headset, I think you're actually working out in a pretty good situation. So to me, Astros are really good. Their cheapest one, I think, is the A40s. Turtle Beach makes some good headsets, but you want to do Steel Series or above, or Stealth Series, I think it's called, or above. You don't want to do anything below that, or else, again, you're in the same situation as the Sony Golds. You just need to be very careful with them because they're not really built for anything. I use it on my PlayStation. I have Turtle Beach Elite 800s, and they're actually just now starting to kind of give me a little bit of an issue, I think. So mine are a base station that the headset snaps into, and then that charges it. And the base station is what connects to the PlayStation. So to the headset, it's feeding from the base station, which is wireless. What I really, really like about this headset in particular, and why at the time and even now, for a lot of ones on the market, I think it's one of the best ones, is because it also has Bluetooth, which that's my biggest knock against the Sony or the Astro A50s. I really like the way that they look. I like how comfortable they are. I love the boom because it sounds great. It does not have Bluetooth. And that to me, to some people is no big deal, but I'm constantly listening to music or to podcasts when I game by myself or whatever, and I absolutely love being able to have that. Not to mention, if I'm at my computer desk, I can connect it to my computer. I can do all kinds of things. To me, if you don't have Bluetooth in your headset and it's more than $100, you got a problem. You need to that needs to be different.
But don't you think Sony doesn't play well with Bluetooth, though?
What doesn't play, Bo?
The PlayStation doesn't play well with Bluetooth, just Bluetooth headphones.
Well, they're
across the
not
board.
they're not connecting to the PlayStation via Bluetooth. They're connecting to whatever your other device is via Bluetooth.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but as far as does Bluetooth play well with PS4, I don't know because I've never connected. I had
The answer is no. I've tried like 4 different Bluetooth headsets, just like that I like, to try to connect it straight to the PlayStation, and it has not gone good.
But the other thing that I will say as well is that, you know, at this point in the game, you might want to just go for something cheap because PS5 and Xbox 2 or whatever are around the corner, and there's no guarantee that whatever comes out right now is going to work with that system.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily go and drop $200-$300 on a banging headset unless you know whatever the next generation is. I'm not getting into it for 2 to 3 years. Then yeah, absolutely go for it. But if you're one of those people that thinks, oh, I'm buying into next gen, a lot of times the headsets will move up and you can find a way to get them to work, but it's not a guarantee. So
That's right.
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Good point.
Really good point. Good point, Chris.
When
But the
Chris
Steel
said
series
ab-
is actually pretty good too. Sorry to interrupt, Ed, but the Steel series is pretty good too. I bought Stacy one
love the
that
Steel
plugs into the controller, a wired one that way, anyways. And it doesn't have mic monitoring, which is where you can hear yourself through the headset, so you're not yelling constantly. But outside of that, it's a really comfortable headset, and I really like it. It's a cheaper version, I'm sure, of whatever you're using.
When Chris said Astro, I was like, "That's the brand I have. It's an Astro." And I'm like, Gabe, I keep it wired. It can do wireless, but when the battery runs low, it beeps really loudly in your ear.
Right.
So I just keep it wired.
Nice.
Yeah. And these headphones, kind of like the Beats, that have to be powered and they're wired, is some of the most infuriating junk on the face of the earth.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like both my Beats headsets, the one I'm wearing some now and the ones that I have on the road, both have to be charged to work wired.
What?
Which listen,
That makes
it's the biggest
zero
flaw
sense.
of the whole.
Wait, but
trust
were
me.
you just saying that that's how your Astros are, Ed? They're
No.
wired and they have to be charged? Is that what
No,
you
No,
just
but you're saying they
if I just
can be.
plug them in USB, then they work fine.
Oh, but you're plugging in USB to the console, right?
Or to my laptop, or just to like an extension cord that has a USB port. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yep.
Mark Olver, is there an art style or game type you'd like to see make a comeback? I miss the cartoonish platformers that were plentiful in the late 90s. Mario 64, Banjo, Kazooie, etc.
I love cell shading,
Yes. Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
which, Zelda was cell shaded. Something like what's that game that I used to love the songs from? You're like a rollerblader. Jet Set Radio was cell shaded. I love cell shading. I love the way that looks. Chris?
I don't really know. I mean, I too like the cell shade stuff. I didn't play a ton of cell shade things. I always liked the art style. It's one of the things about Breath of the Wild that I was like, oh, I like the way that looks. That looks cool. It's a different style. But I can't really think of anything in particular that I'm really itching to have come back. There's just nothing that I feel like I'm good with what we do have currently.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can think of off the top of my head that I'm really missing.
There you go. Edward?
Yeah, I'm kind of like Chris. I don't have anything that I really miss or wish would make a comeback, but I would like to see something very comic book styled, almost kind of like what Sin City looked like.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you too. I do love the Borderlands look with that more outlined-ish cartoon. That's kind of comic booky to me. But it's a really cool style.
Telltale style as well? Or
Yeah.
Telltale or
Yeah,
whatever?
absolutely. The Telltale style.
Telltale.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
I love it. All right, Twitter @Dopalicious. Who else went for a Modern Warfare throwback and fell in love with COD all over again?
Ooh, I didn't this week, only because I didn't have any internet. I wanted to, though.
I downloaded it, and Nathan and I were hoping that there would be a co-op campaign, and there wasn't, and deleted it.
Nice. So
That's
you fell in
hilarious.
love and then
Fell right back out of love.
So I have my answer to a couple weeks ago's question.
Nice.
I
What about you,
bought
Chris?
it when
Did you
it came
get
out.
down?
Way back when it launched with whatever that other game was when it was part with it. I forget which one it was. So I didn't
Yeah,
download it.
I
I
know.
already had it.
Nice.
There you go. Tim, you didn't download it, did you?
No, I did not. Nope.
Yeah, I didn't see you
Good
doing
campaign.
All right, good. Last one, and here we go. Chad Fackler trying to make up for the last one. A clothing quick fire.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Nice.
Here we go. Baseball hat or beanie?
Baseball hat.
Baseball hat.
Baseball hat.
that. Yeah. Baseball hat.
He said with conviction.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Makes sense for you to have a beanie, though, man.
I love beanie. I love a good beanie.
Yeah, I did too.
I would
I like
go
a
with
good
beanie.
beanie,
Just
but you can
You
wear
look good in a
hat all the
baseball
time.
hat, though, I must say.
yeah, I do. I wear a lot of baseball hats. I'm gonna just go with Ed, just because like Ed likes to be different sometimes. I'll say beanie.
All right, there you go. Polo or button up?
Button up.
Button up.
Button up.
Chris?
Shoot, I don't really care one way or the other, so I'll be the Ed different. I'm gonna say polo.
There you go. Nice. Plaid or stripes?
Ooh, which way are the stripes going? You know what I'm saying?
Hi-yo. Plaid for me.
I'll
Gosh.
go
I'm gonna go.
stripes.
I'll go plaid.
Yeah, I think I'm going stripes too. I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't really like either.
Jeans or khakis?
Jeans.
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 Oh, she sounds horrendous. I'm gonna go with jeans.
Oh, geez. This is a no-brainer. Sneakers or loafers?
Sneakers.
Sneakers.
What am I doing? If I'm feeling fancy, I'm going loafers, but
Well, of
sneakers
course.
on a regular basis.
With the ones with a penny in them.
Well, yeah.
Is there a little
of course.
penny in there?
Yeah.
Shorts or kilt?
What?
I've never worn a kilt.
I'm gonna say
I'm
shorts.
going
Yeah, I've
kilt,
never
man.
actually worn a kilt.
Yeah. I've never
I
worn
want to
a
wear a kilt. That sounds liberating. But no, shorts, please.
shorts.
Yeah, now that I found out I'm 4% Irish
Hey, there you go.
or Scottish.
I don't want to get arrested. I'm wearing shorts.
Yeah, I'm going shorts too.
Hoodie or flannel?
Wait, hold on a second. On the shorts thing, are you guys above or below the knee on the shorts?
Ooh, right at the knee for me.
Yeah, I'm
Ed?
typically like right at maybe a
Yeah.
little bit below is fine, or even a little bit above. But if you're starting to go mid thighs, like nah, man. What's
Yeah,
wrong?
I'm not going for those Magnum PI shorts. That's
Yeah.
for sure. No,
And I'm not going for mid calf neither.
Right, I'm not going for Raver from the 90s.
I'd like that when I sat down for them to still be cresting the knee.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
over the knee.
All right,
So it's a little
Cresting.
bit lower than the knee.
I
when
like
I'm
that.
standing up. Yeah.
It's a nice little quick fire addition. All right,
Sorry.
hoodie or flannel?
Hoodie.
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 Oh man, am I chopping wood or?
You're Paul Bunyan in it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, hoodie.
I'll be blue. Let's make this happen. Hey, we
Yeah,
got a
hoodie.
forest to clear right now. Gabe, can you get out there, please?
Yeah, let me grab my
your
flannel
flannel.
quick. Yep.
Slippers or barefoot?
Barefoot.
Slippers.
Slippers.
Doggone it. I'm a barefoot guy, but because I run in and out of the shed so much, I wear a lot of slip-ons. Mm-hmm. But barefoot.
I will
Yeah.
not do barefoot. I mean, at the very least, I'll put on socks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just don't.
Oh, man, no.
Rarely do I want to be barefoot.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I like it.
I don't mind barefoot in the summer.
I got you.
All right. Wearing a watch or not wearing a watch?
Not.
Really? Oh, man, I feel naked without mine. I got to have
I
it.
used to be not, but now I'm a watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Never a watch. Never.
Oh, this next one. Here we go. PJs or naked?
Well, when he means naked, he probably means like boxers, right?
Sure, or just naked, either one.
Because I don't
Definitely
wear
not.
PJs.
Yeah, I don't wear
It's like
PJs.
shorts and a t-shirt.
But I'm not naked.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm a shorts and a t-shirt. So, I mean, that's my pajamas. Is shorts
Yeah.
and a
Yeah,
t-shirt.
that's
Right.
same
shorts and a
here.
t-shirt for me, too. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
not naked though.
No, not naked.
I tried it once. I did
Yeah.
not like it.
No.
At all.
I've been there, too, brother. Nope.
Blech.
All right, bonus. Here we go. Socks with sandals. Yes or no?
No.
Heck no.
I don't do it, but I ain't got no problem with it. You do you.
I got a
I
problem.
mean, where am I at though? If I'm walking around Compton, I want to fit in.
Well, sure, of course. All right, Ice Cube, go for it.
Just
Either they
saying.
don't know, don't show, or just don't care about what goes on in the hood.
Hey, I got a question. Going back to the shoes, like barefoot or whatever. Would you count flip flops as barefoot?
No.
Okay, yeah,
no.
because in the
That's a
summer,
slipper.
y'all had mentioned summer. I was like, oh, that's a good point because I don't really wear house shoes then, but I'll wear like flip flops around the house. I never just walk around on the ground bare
Nah,
feet.
that's still
rarely.
something.
Okay.
Yes. That's a slipper.
And then I got another one. So going back to the hat one,
Yep.
curve build or flat build?
Oh.
Oh, what do you think? What do you think? I'm a bro?
Yep.
Flat
hey,
bill.
Hey, bro. Yeah, you're flat bill. Mm-hmm. I'm a bro. I curve it.
I ain't down.
Chris?
I ain't down with that flat build stuff, man.
But I have a tiny head.
know
so
you
that-
not.
I ain't down. with,
know
I don't
you're
mind
not.
other people doing it. You do you. I cannot do it.
I can't do
Dumbest
a
looking
flat
thing
bill.
on me. I cannot
can't-
stand it. And then tucking in
So
the
you're saying
ears
it
is
looks-
like, what are you doing?
It looks dumb on you, or you just don't like it. Period.
All of the above. It looks dumb. It looks dumb on me. But I also
A flat
don't
bill
enjoy
looks
it.
ridiculous on me. A flat bill looks
So when you see me
ridiculous.
wear my flat bill hat, you're like,
No.
that looks
I'm not talking about for anybody else. On other people, it looks
You
fine. Like
look
when
good
you
in
do
them,
it,
Gabe.
it looks normal. Like the way that you wear it and your swagger, if you
Yeah,
want
it's
to use
perfect.
that term,
Yeah.
it looks fine. It's
Oh,
fine.
Chris.
But if I put on a flat build hat, it looks ridiculous.
Yep,
And it
exactly.
it annoys me to no end that all the hats available for Overwatch League right now are flat build hats. It's like, can you
I
guys
agree.
not just make a normal hat for us
Make
regular
one.
people? They
That's
can
right.
can't pull that off.
Ed, what say you?
I think I've got both, but I think I prefer the curve bill.
Yeah, I would
Nice.
think you would be. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. That is it for all the questions. Hey, no arguments this week, guys. We did great. We got along
Yeah, man.
with your hot pocket selves.
Pizza roll.
Golly.
The pizza rolls.
Lord have mercy.
Thank you so much, everybody, for all the questions, and thank you for the. Hey, we're changing it up this week, and we're doing Tuesday morning instead. But everybody came.
Yeah,
through,
that's
so.
right. Yeah,
Is
appreciate
it
you
at a store
guys.
too? Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
Right.
is.
I don't know if they sell. I've never been in one.
Fun fact.
Yeah. I think they sell gently used kitchen utensils or
Gross.
Kitchen utensils, like this fork's only been licked 12 times.
Gently used.
yeah,
Gently used.
I thought it was gently used kitchen things.
Here's a gently used toilet. Enjoy.
I don't know what it is. Oh gosh. Discover unique, top quality deals on everything from home decor, furniture, bedding, and bath to electronics, appliances, crafts, and toys.
It's like a TJ Maxx then.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. Maybe it's like a
TJ Maxx.
I thought Tuesday morning was used stuff. I don't know why. The question of the week for you guys, we want you guys to shout out your favorite video game streamer. Let us know why you love them, and also let us know if they're safe for work, so we can kind of do the whole thing next week as we talk about them and shout out these different streamers. As you guys know, I don't, or maybe you don't know, I don't watch any streamers. The only streamer I watch is Ed Placencia, and that's because I love him, and he's clean, and he's funny, and he's consistent, and he's there for a good time. He might not be there for a long time. Sometimes he's there for a good time, and he's there for like 4 or 5 hours almost every day. He's got no work Fridays, which for a little bit was Jackbox and was just too fun.
Oh, yeah.
Plays a lot of Overwatch on his channel. He hosts other channels. He's garnering a great community over there of people that you can just jump into. You feel like you're talking with family. So my favorite video game streamer goes to Ed Placencia.
Check is in the mail.
I know, right?
Yeah, bits are in the mail.
That's right. Bits are in the mail.
Chris, have you ever had a streamer that you've ever checked in on or you liked watching his stuff?
So I'm actually a little bit in your camp. I've never really gotten to where I've really liked a streamer. I'll watch occasionally here and there, but I'm not like a big Twitch watching person other than Overwatch League and watching the stuff that Ed does. And especially Stacy, she is definitely all on the Ed train with the cooking and all that kinds of stuff.
Yes.
And I'll try to check
that's
out
right.
occasionally, but she'll be like, oh, we're trying to huddle around an iPad and it's just not really working. So I'll be like, all right, you can have it. And Ed
play Ed on my
obviously is
television.
family friendly and a good time. Outside of that, I I do watch. I've now with Apex Legends, I actually don't mind throwing that on in the background while I'm doing some stuff. So I'll check out some different people, but I'm not really subscribed to anybody in particular that I can think of. I'd have to bring up Twitch, but there's nobody off the top of my head that I'm like, oh, I always watch person X and check their stuff out outside of Ed.
I got you. What about you
When I
Timothy?
first got into gaming, I watched the Rad Brad quite a bit. Not very family friendly, but I did like his walkthroughs quite a bit. And now I watch this guy Ed Placencia. Again, not family friendly at all. The guy swears like a sailor all the time.
On that guy. Woo.
I'm telling you.
I have to keep it low around Piper, but dude, I will give bits.
You're like,
to
don't
that.
watch this right now. He's on his knees playing. This is not how we play. We sit in chairs.
That's right.
Like regular
I will
humans.
give bits to that gentleman any day of the week and have, especially during No Work Fridays. Man, I love it so much. Ed, thank you so much for everything that you do.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys.
That's for sure. Edward, what about you? You are our streamer.
Man,
who are you shouting out?
It's hard to. It's cool because we've developed such a cool little community, and all of them that I watch are pretty family friendly, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, just in the Married to the Games community, Tim Pollen, Bad Gamer Elite, Hollywood Bones, just to name a few. And there's more. I don't want to start naming people like that, but I just did.
But you're stopping there is what you're saying. You haven't forgotten other people. You're just stopping there.
Yes,
That's what we're saying.
Exactly.
Yes, we got you.
And I'm subscribed to all of them.
Yes.
Lion Gamer is probably the first person I really started watching on a regular basis, and he's actually a Dead by Daylight streamer. But he's very friendly, very welcoming, very family friendly, even though the game itself may not be.
Is not family friendly. Yeah.
And then, Tom Merritt. We've got a bunch of people in the UK that we like to hang out with. Tom Merritt, Will's Toy Clearance. It's given the community and the reputation that online anything has. It's nice when you find that little breath of, look at this community though. This is a nice little community. So basically, if you're ever on if I'm streaming and you hop in, basically anyone who's there chatting, they're cool and they're safe.
Yeah.
And just follow all of them. It's a good time.
And you kick out the bad ones. I've seen you have to deal with some things.
I just basically,
them.
I basically either ignore them or I'll just kind of put them in timeout or whatever. But
something like that.
Yeah, you try not to feed
is.
the trolls. You just kind of like let the trolls do their thing, and they go away when they don't get the reaction they're looking for.
Exactly. When they don't get the attention, they're out.
And I feel like, too, just as a side note, this community, the Married to the Games community, has done so good with trolls in the past.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Especially when the forum was on and popping. Like, you guys are so mature and know how to handle...
Calm.
You guys know how to handle a troll, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So let us know who your favorite streamers are. I know that, I don't know if the Rad Brad streams or not, or if he's just a Let's Play guy, but... he was one of the first ones that I know Ed told me about.
Yeah, he was my first YouTuber.
Yeah, he was a YouTuber.
And I don't remember if I don't remember him being safe or not safe for work. I don't remember, but I'll take.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'll take you guys' word for it. Let us know. We'll shout them out next week. Remember to say whether they are safe for work or not, because that's very important for people that are getting. People like me. I watch Twitch on my television in my living room. And so I always want it to be somebody that's family friendly, because my kids are going to be walking past and or my wife is going to be, making lunch for us, or we're in there dealing with the baby, or, something like that. And so we have that kind of little open area where everybody's taking it in. So, and let us know. We'll talk about it next week. Let's get some love to these streamers. They're working hard for free most of the time. So we would love to shout out some folks that the community checks out. So thank you guys so much for being here. Episode 339 in the books, just in time for me to be awake. It's over.
I know, right? Let's get started, guys.
Yeah, we should start over. Oh my gosh. I need a hero. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
I'm Gabe Patillo. That is
I didn't like that song when it
Tim
was
Router.
new.
That is Ed Placencia. That is Chris McCracken, and we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing. Peace!
Man, see, if Gabe was editing this one, I would totally say, like, right there after the piece, like, just play a little bit of that song. But since Ed's doing it, I know that's not going to happen.
That's right.